Good evening all and welcome to another video on All Hail the Ale. It's Saturday night, which means it's craft beer night. And the beer we're going for tonight is from By the Horns and JIDDLER'S Tipple. It's this one. It is the Quencher's Cold IPA and weighs in at 5.5%. It's available in your local Sainsbury's for about £3.50 a can, something like that. And it says on the back of the can, do you like crisp, refreshing beer with plenty of hop aroma and flavour? Yes, I do. Well then, this collab between By the Horns and JIDDLER'S Tipple is the beer for you. With enough hops to knock out a mousse, very nice, a cold IPA delivers IPA hop intensity while keeping the malt character restrained and ultra crisp. This is partly helped by fermenting with a lager yeast and conditioning until super clear. We've layered Nelson Sauvin, El Dorado and Simcoe hops to give oodles of fruity goodness featuring gooseberry, melon and pineapple and plenty of tropical citrus and stone fruit. Sounds delicious. We hope you enjoy this dry, refreshing, fruity delight. Cheers! So, I was very impressed by the very first beer I had from By the Horns. I'll stick the link somewhere up at some point in the video in one of the corners, whichever one it is. Check that one out if you fancy it. So I've got high hopes for this one. So without further ado, let's get it out into a glass and see what we think. So pouring into my teku. Why not? The pour is it clear? Yeah, pretty much, for the most part. That'll do. So, we have a ever so slightly hazy beer. Slightly golden in colour. And, yeah, otherwise pretty clear. Nice tight white head. That's your beer up close in a glass. So you can just about not see my face through it. Anyway, looks alright. Let's have a whiff. Oh, yeah. Okay. Melon and pineapple hit me. That's really quite refreshing on the nose. Like I say, it's a clean, almost watery fruit smell. And by that, I mean it's not creamy. It's got those like grape-like vibes going on. It does smell hoppy. It does smell really hoppy. So yeah, I think I'm in for a treat. Cheers. Really rather nice. Really rather nice. Light to medium body. Really soft, velvet-like carbonation. And it does exactly what a cold IPA should do. It is clean and crisp. It's got that lager vibe to it, clearly. But it's so refreshing, so fruity, so well-rounded, and a lot of flavour. The gooseberry is obvious on the flavour. Up front on the nose, it's the melon, it's the pineapple, but on the flavours, it's pure gooseberry up front. Then you've got pineapple. You've got a little hint of mango. There is a little tartness from the Nelson. It does bring a little bit of something, passion fruit type vibes coming through, but they're subtle, and the gooseberry is prominent. The finish is light and refreshing. It's such a well-balanced beer. It's really hard to tell if it's malt forward or if it's a hop forward beer. And it's clear there's plenty of hops, but it's so well balanced, it's difficult to spot. Yeah, I like a lot. So, before I give it my points, we're going to go to the aid memoir, as always, which says that there have been 477 check-ins to this beer, 3 from people I know, 3.51 average, slightly less at 308 from people I know. See what I think, shall we? So, I forgot to put the name on here. Let's call you Q, because I can't be asked to write the whole name. So, as always, 5 pillars of judgment: looks, aroma, body, taste, and finish, with some bonus points if it gets all 5. It can have the top one. The other 2 are open. So, looks. It promises to be clear. In fact, it's super clear. Is listed. So, I mean, it's clearer than in New England, but it's not as clear as some lagers would be, and IPAs even, of the traditional style. So, otherwise, I like the look of it. It promises super clear. It's not quite super clear, so I'm going to give it the 0.75. But that's really being picky. It just doesn't deliver what it's promised. The aromas, though, I like them a lot. It's beautiful pineapple, hints of melon, lager vibes coming through. Like I say, something a little sharp. A little bit of lemon as well. Yeah, I like it. It's not super strong on the nose, but it doesn't need to be, because it's not a super in-your-face type of beer. So I'm going to give it a point. The body is really nice. That is absolutely really, really nice. You know, light to medium body. The softest, feathery, pillowy, velvet-like carbonation I think I've ever had in a beer that's not a stout. Superb, really is. That is a job well done on the body. It's having a full point. The taste is really nice. It delivers on what a cold IPA should. It's clean and crisp. It's got the lager vibes. It's got beautiful hops going through it. It's so well balanced. I cannot fault that at all. It's having a point. And the finish. On a beer of this nature, I want it to have that lager-like finish, you know, super light and refreshing and almost palate cleansing, and it does deliver. When it fades away, there is a subtle, super subtle savoury edge, you know, and if I knew any better, I would have thought there's maybe some mosaic in there. It's got that kind of almost oniony type finish. That sounds like a bad thing, but it's not. It's really, really good, and it delivers, so it's having a point. So, yeah. Quencher Cold IPA has got 4.75 out of 5 from me. So it can't have the full bonus because it didn't get a full 5 out of 5. But would I buy it again? We're going to start from the bottom now. And do you know what? I would. I would absolutely buy that again. It's such a well-balanced, such a... I want to say safe, but safe is kind of really playing it safe. It's the wrong word. It is a beer that would appeal to lots of people. And I guess you could say safe. Let's call it what it is. It's a really tasty beer, and it's inoffensive. It's going to be appreciated by lovers of IPAs. It's going to be appreciated by lovers of lager, and it will appeal to anyone in between. And value for money. It's a tasty beer for not a lot of cash. I've certainly paid more for worse. So yeah, it's having a good value for money. Like I say, it's a supermarket beer, and it's worth every penny that you pay for it. So Quencher Cold IPA from By the Horns and JIDDLER'S Tipple. That one is a real tongue twister. It's got the full 4.7. Well, I say the full 4.75 out of 5 or 2 bonuses for good measure. So yeah, I certainly wouldn't want to be saying JIDDLER'S Tipple after too many of these. That's for sure. So we're going to leave it there and say that has been the beer. I've been me. Those down there are the buttons. You know exactly what to do with them by now. You've got your like, comment, dislike, and subscribe. Choose any combination of them as you wish. And I'll see you again soon for another one. Bye for now.